Okay, so we've been on the absolute craziest bus ride that we've ever been on. Maybe not in Costa Rica when the guy stuck his nose on the glass. That might have been a little weirder. That was a weird incident, but not a total weirder experience. This bus is driving like, it's just crazy. Like he's driving on the side, passing buses in the other lane, almost hitting cars, and just swerving around. And I mean, this has been going on for like 2 hours now. We've been a pretty big center of attraction here. Everybody on the bus is pretty fascinated with us. We had a fella that spoke a little bit of English, enough to make it tolerable. He's very friendly. His name is Arnell, and he hung out and talked to us for quite a while. Very friendly, very nice person. And then the touts that come on, there were people selling items. Where we stopped at a station a halfway point between the two destinations where we started when we're going. And there must have been 100 people come through here. I mean, we're used to like 1 or 2 people get on every once in a while with some water or something, some snacks to sell. This is like a constant stream. Give you an idea what we're looking at in the bus. As you can see, I'm bouncing around quite a bit. Here comes a tout. This guy wants to sell us stuff. I don't even know what it is, but he's selling it. But I mean, this guy times, 30, wandering through the bus all at the same time it was a bit much. And they all think that we want to buy everything they have. Like they'll hold up a big huge thing of like fruit or like, you want to buy all my fruit? Like, what am I gonna do with all your fruit, man? Anyway.
Once we got to Labuan, we knew that we needed to get on a minivan to Carita. And once we got off of the bus, we were just surrounded by a bunch of motorcycle kids, which really sounds stupid, but we really were. One of them spoke English, and it was obvious that to us that he was trying to scam us, which really sucked. We knew what we needed to pay to go to Carita, and that was 10,000 rupiah per person in a minivan. They wouldn't even listen to us, basically, and we had to just end up saying yes to the fact that they wanted to charge 70,000 rupiah. And once we were in the van, we were just like, all right, whatever. So we rode down there. A guy ended up getting in. He even told us it was 10,000 rupiah, and we were like, all right, whatever. The guy that's driving didn't try to scam us, so maybe he's cool. Once we got dropped off, we knew what we had to pay, but this guy still insisted on the 70,000 rupiah, and we just decided we'll give him 50,000 after arguing for a little while and go on about our day. He took the 50 and we headed on to the hotel that was across the street and got a room, and that worked out pretty well, aside from all of the haggling and annoyances of people who want to just get a few dollars out of you any way they can. Alright, so we have got to Carita through many hoops, which I'm not going to talk about right now because I don't want to. But we've got a place, and we are standing on one of the world's dirtiest beaches. I think. Maybe. Let me give you a peek. But it has one of the most gorgeous things I've ever seen. We think that's a volcano.
Pure speculation, of course.
Pure speculation. Disclaimer, may not be a volcano.
This is the most epic sunset I've seen in my entire life. The air is almost like thick. Like it's smoky, but it's not. I'm astounded.
This is chicken soup in Indonesia. It tastes just like the chicken soup I make at home, with a little bit of mi casa mixed in. It's absolutely delicious. And then we have some rice and some other things, but back to the chicken soup.
This is grilled chicken. It's really, hopefully going to be good if it's been as good as the stuff we've had in the past, but back to the chicken soup.
It's outstanding, and there's cauliflower, and you get some carrots. And look at this chicken.
Okay.
Like home. we've gotten to Carita, and it's kind of turning out to be a bust. This is really all that's here. People beeping their horns at us, trying to give us a ride, and other people gawking at us because, I don't know. Anyways, it just kind of... Over there looks really nice when you get there, and then, does that say putt-putt? What the fuck? There seriously used to be a putt-putt there, and now it's just grazing ground for cows. This is the weirdest place I think I've ever been.
Let's go find us some goats.
It's time to find some goats.
Tickle them. So we pretty much come to the conclusion that this little town has been a bust, but it's kind of watching the sunset, and this is like it's a giant rainstorm, and it's a real fuzzy photo for you probably, but in the distance, I'll do a Katie, in the distance out here, it's a big storm, and we've been watching it get bigger and bigger, and it's pretty neat.
It's 4:45 in the morning. We're getting ready to go to Krakatau, and yeah.
Yeah, as long as the weather is good.
As long as the weather is good, if not, we might get our deposit back. I don't know. Some shady business going on. That's all I've got.
We're in Carita, and last night we met, well, the night before we met some people, other travelers, and then we had met some additional other travelers, so there's now a group of 6 of us. And we have chartered a boat and a guide to take us to Krakatau, which is like 50 kilometers or something. And yeah, it's really early, and we're the only ones out here right now, and everybody else is supposed to be here, but they're not, so maybe our clock is set wrong. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened.
We are currently on the boat that's supposed to take us out to Krakatau. It's not huge, and it's definitely raining, and we're on a little river, and that's about all I've got for right now. So we've got about 50 feet on the river, and the pushing has started.
Is it American sense of humor?
Yeah. Yeah. So we've hit the ocean, and it's very, very shallow here. They're pushing. There's another guy up there with a gigantic stick.
Waiting for waves, I think.
Waiting for waves. What a meter. Let's go.
If you had asked me 3 days ago if I ever thought that I'd be watching the sunrise on the way to Krakatau, I would have told you very doubtful, and I also would have said, where is Krakatau? But here we are. Okay, this is Anuk, I think is how they pronounce it, Krakatau. This island, if I recall the Wikipedia article properly, did not exist until like 1912. In the 1880s, the big island of Krakatau, over there, blew itself apart, and that's the one that's famous. It's just it's this unbelievable explosion. And then over time, in 1912, I guess, this island started to develop, and it is still active, and the main island that blew itself apart is no longer active, but we're going to climb part of this. We can't go all the way up though, because when you get up to the top it gets very dangerous, and you cannot go up there for the heat, and people are killed by flying rocks if they go up to the caldera. So we'll not be going all the way up, but it's still pretty epic. And we've been on the boat now for about an hour and a half. It's like 7:30 in the morning or something now. So this is pretty amazing, and I'm glad to be here. You can still see it smoldering. Wikipedia indicates that this island is actually growing 5 inches a week. All right, on the volcano now. This black sand, like black as black. My new BFF is named Alex, and he is French, and apparently this is some French skit that he wanted to reenact. Something about Jesus running up a large hill and saying something, I don't know, and then at the end the people follow Jesus up there and Jesus is huffing and puffing a whole bunch, and he's like, the view's worth it, and it's apparently really funny, but I don't get it at all, but he thought it would be fun to reenact on this volcano, and I ended up getting really ill from all the energy I exerted, but I guess it was worth it. I don't know.
What, run off?
Yeah, run off.
Okay.
Ready?
Say it one more time.
Montez la colline, allez voir si j'y suis.
Okay. Ready?
Ouais.
Mulatan Corinne, alles was, just whatever. Okay.
Elles y allèrent. Et ils marchèrent longtemps.
Ça va se battre, hein? He just had me brutalize some French and then run up this volcano. I did my best, but I'm sure I look stupid.
We just spent about an hour on Krakatau. We climbed up on it, relaxed there for a little while, and now we're going to Krakatau. And we're gonna have lunch. After visiting the volcano, we stopped for some snorkeling and playing with the underwater camera. It looks so close, but I know it's not very close.
We've kind of come to the conclusion while traveling that if you don't have something amazing happen once every few days or a week or whatever, that traveling gets not dreadful, it just gets complicated feeling. Like it's not horrible, it's just really draining. And so it's important to try to make something happen. It's just astonishing from time to time, at least once a week or once every other week, just to keep your ambition going. And today was definitely one of those days where it's just completely amazing. I mean, we came over here to the coast of Java, and the whole reason we came really was to come and get a boat chartered out to Krakatau. And that was difficult to do. The first day we were here, it didn't work out, and then the second day it wasn't looking good until about 7 o'clock at night. All of a sudden enough people showed up that it could be afforded, and we worked it all out, all the details. So here we are, we're in Krakatau, and I'm literally standing on Krakatau right now, the island that was once a volcano in the 1880s, like erupted and completely blew itself apart. Like there was essentially 3 islands smushed together, and 2 of them are gone. Like, and you can see where they used to be, and they just completely blew themselves up. And very, 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 very powerful eruption. It's considered it's considered the loudest event in recorded human history, like volume-wise. Apparently the sound was so loud that it reverberated around the earth 7 times, and it changed the color of the sky, like it darkened the color of the sky for months, and adjusted the color of the moon in the sky because of all the smoke that was in the air for a very long time period. And I mean, it was a huge, huge eruption. Really, seriously, it's fascinating. If you go to Wikipedia and look up Krakatau, it's quite a read what the power that this island had. And it's abandoned now. Like, I mean, nobody lives here. And there's some fishermen every once in a while, but I mean, we're the only people here, and there's 9 of us, including the guides and the guy that drives the boat. the captain and his first mate. And that's it, it's us. Then we went over to Krakatau, which is an island that didn't even exist until 1912. And it's now a volcano that's just climbing and getting bigger and bigger. It gets bigger by 5 inches a week, which is just astonishing. And we climbed up, not all the way to the top, it's not safe because it's so hot and it shoots rocks out the top, but we climbed up and it was really amazing. And then we've done some snorkeling today and made some friends, and it's just been a really astonishing day. And this is my fuel for the coming weeks that may or may not be amazing. They're always amazing, but especially amazing is what you're looking for to keep yourself really, really fueled. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be standing in the water in front of Krakatau. Kind of trolling back into the up the river and getting this guy in his underpants. This morning when we were leaving, it was raining and going slow through this river, and it's mucky and rain. It really, one of the French folks that's with us, Alex, mentioned that it looked a lot like, you know, Vietnam, like traveling through the rain in Vietnam, like old movies, war movies. And it really kind of does seem like that. So if anybody here has got strong Vietnam memories, don't flip into flashback mode watching this. Big bamboo pole. Could it possibly be more Asian? Really rather cool. And now we're back to the pier. That's the pier.
I'm filming, guys. You can start.
Go!